So, welcome to a brand new and, dare I say, festive in our own way, Five Heart Podcast, live on YouTube, Facebook, and of course, X. Your host, Greg Mahochko, my co-host, my co-pilot, the brains of this operation.
Very much so.
Wears many hats and isn't paid for any of them. That's Minnie Lunch. Good evening, Minnie. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm getting ready to go to Cali. Going back to Cali.
Mr. Raj says Greg's very Hawaiian tonight. Is it Hawaiian, Southern California? It doesn't matter.
We're like beaching it. I got my surfboard.
Yes, that is awesome.
I'm ready. Mm-hmm.
We don't have beaches around here. I mean, we do. Carlisle Lake, but it's a man-made lake, so it's a man-made beach, so it's not the same. But I've been to a beach, like I've been to the coast. I just want you to know I'm not so Midwestern that I've never seen the oceans. I've seen both oceans and the Gulf of Mexico. You're welcome.
You've just never seen the sun.
That's not true. I've seen I've seen the sun on both coasts.
Okay. That was not nice. I'm sorry. Okay.
It's fine. Mr. Rostovsky says, I tried surfing. It was rough. I have a feeling that I would also struggle with the surfing, Aaron. So don't you worry about that.
I know.
Brent's in a great mood tonight. Brent Carlson says, we going to get beat, play like shit again. Don't get y'all's hopes up.
Don't even, Brent.
I don't know. I think Brent says we, but I think he's just meaning, I don't think Brent's a Husker.
Oh, really? Why do you think that? Oh, because he said he said we.
Yeah, I just have a feeling. I don't know a whole lot. I just got, trust my gut instinct. So anyway, Fred says, nice shirt, Greg. You going to ask us to say hello to your little friend? You know what? I have a Nerf gun at my office.
Uh-huh.
And I keep it at my office because if it was here at the house, like just the kids would be shooting Nerf guns at me,
sounds fun.
likely. But now would be a perfect time for me to have said Nerf gun, so I could say hello to my little friend.
From Scarface? Is that what
yes.
we're talking about?
Yes, in my horrible Al Pacino Cuban accent. I just want to say that's not great.
Yeah, that was really bad.
Brett is here on X, says hi peoples. Melissa's here. Hi guys. Hello.
Hi, Melissa. Hello.
Let's see. Rascal's heading out to Cali tomorrow morning. Should be dipping toes in the ocean blue by 11 a.m.
Where are you staying?
In California.
I know, but there's lots of places to stay. I wonder, wouldn't it be funny if we're staying at like the same hotel or something?
That could be funny. Can you highlight Roger Moore's comment from 904, please?
It's 8:04 in my time zone, but yes. No. That one?
No, that's Justin Raji, not Roger Moore.
It just keeps moving up. Okay. A coastal beer tonight, Greg? Is that it?
Let's find out, shall we? What's Greg drinking today? What's Greg drinking today? Whoa.
Really? Oh,
I have to play
my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I'm guessing that's where you're staying?
Yeah.
Now everybody knows.
This is going to be so funny. Oh my gosh. And I'm getting there tomorrow also. I'll meet you by the pool. This is going to be fun.
So that beer that I'm drinking tonight.
Sorry, Greg.
It's a coast of something.
The same. Oh no.
It is. Consistency.
Justin Raji says, oh no, Minnie found you. And Fred goes, Run, Brascal, run. Please don't run. I'll be with my whole family, so that'll be fun. Oh, who says Cabo Wabo? What?
Yep. Yes, Brett, I do have my own bumper. I created it myself, as you can tell. I didn't do the art, but I did sing it because my talented musician friend was busy cutting an album. So, Cabo Wabo for drinks.
That is so funny. Okay. Sounds fun. I'll be there.
Yep. I won't. I'll be in sunny-ish Southern Illinois.
Poor Greg.
It's fine. It's fine. What are my options, honestly? I can't just traipse around the country following the Nebraska Cornhusker football team. I also have, I mean, you have children, but your children are like travel the country age, and my children are like try not to crap their pants age. So,
My kids have been traveling the country since they were born.
totally.
3 months old. 3 months old. I traveled with one all the way across the country, and she got
Fly
to
or-
dip her toes in the ocean.
Was that fly or was that
Fly.
drive? Oh,
Fly.
that's no fun.
Yeah. Okay, so I'd like to see you travel across the country, fly across the country with your 3. You could do it. You know, the thing is they let you have family boarding.
I know.
So that
on-
makes
on
life
Southwest
a
the
lot
best.
better.
It's the best.
That makes life a lot better. And yeah, they can just climb all over everyone else's seats once you get them seated.
But I am paying attention. I can't. Something happened with my computer today, and
oh no.
I mean, I didn't lose
Really?
anything except I got logged out of everything, and so now I'm trying to remember what all my damn passwords were, including email, which is where the format is.
Yeah, okay. So here is
We'll get to it, Raji. Don't get ahead of us.
what?
He was
Oh, that's the first thing. That's
Yeah.
what is on the format for the first
Well,
thing.
How about that?
So should do you want to just go for it and
Sure.
blindly?
It was announced earlier today that Dawson Merritt, the 4-star rush end from, I believe, Overland Park, Kansas, outside the Kansas City area, son of one of the assistants on the Kansas City Chiefs staff. He's an edge rusher, and he had been committed to Alabama since June, and he flipped today, committed to Nebraska. He is the number 4 player in Kansas. He's the number 14 ranked edge rusher in the country, and he's the 115th ranked player nationally. 6'3", 215 pounds from, again, Overland Park, Kansas, Blue Valley High School. So
Okay, this is fantastic. It's almost like you read the notes verbatim.
which I
However,
clearly didn't.
no, you didn't. However, you missed something.
Of course I did.
We moved up to 19th nationally for that recruiting class 2025.
Right. That's awesome.
And we're 5-4. This is fantastic. Imagine if we win this weekend.
We'll be 6-4. Because
Woohoo!
that's how numbers work.
And going to a bowl. And going to a bowl.
TSD, Tiger Shark Diver, for those of you not in the know, says this recruiting class is shaping up well. Raji says he's the 17th on 247 Sports. Let's not nitpick, Raj. Come on now.
Well, I'll take that. That's way better.
Fred's, but you missed something. Sounds like my last boss.
Oh gosh.
I see. So VP says go big 19th. Oh, 19th ranked, but Raji says the 17th. That we have the 17th ranked class on 247 Sports. So
Okay, Jason Brown wants to know, Minnie, did you color your hair? It looks different. So in the fall/winter months, I go a little darker. because by the time fall rolls around, my hair is just so sun bleached and maybe processed a little that I have to get it darkened. So yes, thank you for noticing. I hope you like it. Greg, how about you? Did you dye your hair?
I promise you that nothing with my hair. It is still short, graying. It's actually, yeah, I'm due for a trim, honestly.
Oh my gosh, you've got to let it grow.
And
what happened to the contacts? Did you give up?
No, I put the order in, but they said they're gonna be like 7 to 10 days before they get there. They didn't have any on site, so.
Fred Sacco says Jason Brown is a duplicate account Minnie is using to ask about her own hair. That would be funny. No, it's not. Oh my goodness. Do I read this one from Fred?
No, because it has to do with frost.
Okay.
I just don't think that you know, maybe it doesn't have to do with frost, but you know, it's yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
No, as in simplest terms, I don't use any product. All right. I'm aging naturally and as ungracefully as possible. Oh,
okay.
Thanks, TSD. TSD thought, George Clooney.
Of course.
I don't. What he's had. He's
identical.
What is his liquor that he doesn't have tequila? Does he?
I have no idea.
Tequila? I don't know.
I have no idea. He can sell anything. Anything
Can he
he
sell
wants.
ice to
I'll buy it. Doesn't matter. I don't even need to drink it. Sign me up.
Casa Amigas. So tequila. Thank you, TSD. All right.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What? Really, Fred? Okay, let's talk beauty tips then. Where's Maureen? Let's talk about this.
We've done laundry, or we've discussed laundry on past episodes. Like, yeah, why would we not Rosemary Clooney? You know what? Hold on. We'll jump back to hair coloring in the fall. I just want to highlight Fred. Rosemary Clooney, by the way, fantastic in White Christmas. Opposite Bing Crosby, just fantastic. I'm excited for Christmas movie season, so we'll let that Rosemary Clooney comment go. Yeah, so it's a 2.5 hour show sometimes, and like a half of it ends up being Husker football, which is great. I think, because that means that all the preparation that I put into the show really pays off.
You like to take the show this way, and I'm trying to stay on focus, on task. Hair was not in the notes, I get that, but that's usually what I try to do, is stay on task.
David Matney was here at the very beginning. I wonder what he thinks about us going so off format.
He loves it. That's what he lives for.
Okay.
Now, did you get the notes open?
It's open. We're ready to go right into the housekeeping. So we know that you're here with us live on YouTube, on Facebook, on X. And I just want to say that if you are joining us on YouTube, or maybe if you come across this on YouTube at another time, make sure that you hit that like button on this video. It helps the algorithm. And if we get enough of these people, subscribers, then John can make more money off of the Corn Nation, the official Corn Nation YouTube channel. And Minnie, if you could throw an assist on the bell by your microphone, by your mic there, Lord, that's only like 3 drinks from the White Claw too. So make sure you ring the bell for notifications. It's gonna be a long/fun show tonight. Hold on, let's do this. Ring the bell for notifications so that you never miss when a new episode is about to drop. Everything's a little blurry. I don't know how long this, and also very reflective.
Yeah, we can totally see what you have going on.
It's a good thing I'm just looking at the screen, not I was accused of a couple weeks ago or last week of a Colorado message board or something like that.
You
But
were
anyway,
doing something. Yeah. Okay.
like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications every time we drop a new stream or new video. Yeah. And for the benefit of those of you who are members, if you notice, when we're not live and we're doing like an overreaction or something like that, I always try to release it to the members just a few hours early to give you a little bit of that something special. So if you don't have a membership yet, please consider getting one. I think it's only a couple bucks a month. So yeah, check us out on YouTube. Also, I'm sure you're aware of this. I'm going to use my actual physical copy this time. John's book,
Nice.
Been Dead, Never Been to Europe. Make sure that you acquire this from Amazon or wherever this book is found, which I'm pretty sure is just Amazon. John Johnston is an IT consultant and author. He spent 20 years writing in the computer industry and 14 years so far writing about college.
They have to buy the book.
I was just reading the back of it so that they knew who John was. I'm sorry.
Everyone knows.
Trying to sell.
Okay.
Trying to make a sale here. And then, of course, if you're not aware, get your sweet, sweet merch at hobbycorn.com. You won't find this on there, although if we could find a way to have like a Nebraska, something that we could have, not with any trademark, like a Cobby. There we go, a Cobby Hawaiian shirt. That would be absolutely fantastic. I'm going to talk to John about that. But what an idea! What a concept!
We could get it screen printed on the back.
I want it like all throughout. Like I'm not trying to be. I just want it all throughout. I want copies.
Okay,
I want copies in all the flowers.
Who is this going to appeal to?
You know that there's at least 3 people in the chat right now who would buy that shirt.
Oh my gosh! Well, I do know. Can I show a comment, please? I do know Carl Pence is here. Hello, Carl. And he says, if Huskers get the W against USC, Greg shaves an eyebrow off to celebrate. Go
yeah, I'd do that.
Big Red. Would you?
I would absolutely do that. I've done it for work for less. When I was in terrestrial radio, WJBD Salem, Illinois, it's also the radio station that kind of beat the fun of radio out of me. But it was I think it was an American Red Cross blood drive challenge. And I said, if our goal is to get 50 whatever donors or pints, if we get over that, I'll shave off an eyebrow. And I did. So did it live on the air. It was 2008. It was a different time. I would do it. Absolutely do it now.
Okay.
I'd probably have to shave a bowl for symmetry purposes.
No, just one.
Okay.
Just one.
Okay. Oh, living in Omaha, David Matney, the official realtor of the 5 Heart Podcast, comes in saying the co-host has to shave off an eyebrow as well.
That's just not funny, David. I mean, I'll do a lot of things to celebrate. I'm not so sure shaving off an eyebrow is anything anyone wants to see me do.
I think
maybe if people want to see it, then maybe I'll do it. Okay.
We have one person who wants to see it.
But
can we get 3?
I know. All right.
All right.
So, Greg, did you read the description? The lovely description?
Let's say that I did. This is the crazy, all of my saved, I have to actually type in coronation.com now, where usually I just COR and drop down 1. So no, I didn't read it. It's been apparently a day.
Okay.
Do it for Dylan, for the team, for the Chatterfields.
You have to read it. This is like a good one.
Okay, I will. I have it pulled up right now.
Okay.
Tonight on the 5 Heart Podcast, we'll be discussing this week's bombshell news coming out of Lincoln from Coach Matt Rhule's press conference on Monday. Number 1, we have a new play caller, Dana Holgerson. WTH? Welcome to the new way of doing things in college football. Coach Rhule has given schools a brand new outline on how to handle coaching changes. No need for the embarrassing and shocking firing of coaches mid-season. We've discovered a new PC way. Keep the old coach on staff and talk up all his strengths, how impressed you are with him, etc., etc. And you get the new guy simultaneously, which makes fans focus on the positive. That age-old bait and switch. Pop-up ad. What can this new guy do for us? Husker headlines all week. Coach Matt Rhule might be considered a genius just for this one issue, but wait, there's more. Since the giant shakeup, Rhule said on Monday, we won't be having press conferences the rest of the week because you, media, are too good at your jobs. This is interesting because now the media won't be able to get any information out there for our opponent, USC, on Saturday. We have no idea what, if any, new plays will be used on Saturday. What Holgerson views as our strengths on the offensive. Rhule might even say there might be player change-ups. Is Dylan Raiola hurt? Is Heinrich Haarberg starting? Coach Rhule said we are preparing for both. He didn't know yet. Another genius move by Coach, because if I'm USC, we don't know if we're preparing for a throwing quarterback or a running quarterback. This makes the news that USC put out last week, they also had a bye week, look unplanned and premature, as they said they are benching quarterback Miller Moss and starting Jaden Maeva. Why give your opponent 2 whole weeks to prepare for a new QB? Matt Rhule seems to be rewriting the unwritten rules of college football, and I, for one, can't get enough of it. Just like the song by Lil Troy says, want to be a baller, shot caller, but there's got to be a better way, a better way, a better way. Yeah, Rhule is finding a better way. Please join Greg, Minnie, and the Chatterfields. Yes, we can still call them that. This Thursday night live at 9 o'clock Central. Go Big Red.
Okay. Well, I wrote that a little early. Good job, Greg. Thank you very much. And so Roger Moore says, is HH starting? And today, Rhule did have a press conference. And first question, right off the bat, he was asked, how's Dylan doing? And he said that Dylan is, what was the quote exactly? Yeah, Dylan is ready to go, got a great week of practice, but that they're getting all 4 quarterbacks ready to travel.
Why not?
So Nebraska Rascal says Dylan is starting. Justin Raji, no, Dylan is. Roger Moore, go Dylan. Woohoo. What do you think?
Hey, if he's healthy, as long as he's healthy.
Well, can I show something? I knew Dylan was going to be playing all week long.
You didn't know. You had strong speculation.
No, I knew. And let me show you why. Can I show you?
Mm-hmm.
It's this picture right here.
The look of
body language.
Defeat. Oh, we're going to start that freshman we owe a lot of money to and hope for the best. Is that not the body language of like unsure reluctance? Like, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
It's actually, and I thought I put it in here. Oh yeah. From WikiHow. The body language shows somebody trying to hide something. When they have their hands in their pockets and they're shrugging like that. And he did that throughout the entire press conference. He never does that. He's normally like holding onto the podium. He's very free with his hands. And you could tell he was definitely trying to hide something. So that's when I knew.
It does look a little, evasive in this picture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, it does. So we found out today he is starting. Or Rhule says he's playing. He had a great
that's
week
not
of
starting.
practice. Exactly. You know, he's still not answering all the questions. which I like it. You don't need to.
No. Again, why give things away, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, I like the ambiguity, and I like Heinrich Harburg. I said that last week. I said quite vociferously, if you want to win in Los Angeles, you start Heinrich Harburg. And you gave me so much grief for that.
Yeah.
That you continue to look at me with disappointment. But whatever helps us win. If you roll both of them out there, I don't care. Whatever gets the win is my opinion.
Okay. The win is more important to you than anything at this point.
Is it not to you?
I mean, it is.
I want to go bowling.
It is. I just want to see everybody play a great game.
You're welcome, Aaron. And in context, by the way.
Okay. So I think that, hear me out.
I'm listening.
Back to that conversation. Heinrich had his chance last year, and you see where we got.
Yeah, he was responsible for all 5 wins. He started each of those games.
We couldn't get the 6th win with him at quarterback
because he was hurt, and then we had to bring back Jeff Sims and other guy. I don't even remember the other guy.
Chubba
Purdy. Thank you. See.
Okay. Aaron Rostovsky says, "Give me a bowl game or give me death."
Let me ask you this, Minnie. Can I test your 18th century American Revolution knowledge?
If I can. Oh, American Revolution?
Yes. Which patriot said, "Give me liberty or give me death"?
Give me liberty or give me death. Which patriot?
And I'm not New England Patriots, obviously.
Well, I'm trying to think. Why don't I know this off the top of my head?
That's it.
I can't. Tom Brady. Yes.
No.
Come back to me. I'll get the answer. It'll surface. It takes me. Okay, go ahead.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
So that we're not, because I don't want you to look it up, and I feel like you might.
I won't.
USC at the voice of college football is right. Patrick Henry.
Oh, I did.
Give me liberty or give me death.
Oh, you know who this is?
Not Patrick Henry.
Tim. No. This is our buddy Tim.
I don't know if Tim's ready for a Thursday night show.
Tim. Oh,
Thursday night's a little different than Monday night, Tim. So.
If I had his email, I would invite him to join us right now.
Yeah, we don't do guests on the show.
No, he's great. He gives up all the secrets for USC. Oh. He's really good. So hopefully we kick your guys' butt on Saturday. He says he's working anyways. Okay. Well, let's get on with our show, shall we?
I figure half hour in we probably should. So we made it official on Monday. Dana Holgerson, the new offensive coordinator for the University of Nebraska Cornhusker football team, and Marcus Satterfield returns, I don't want to say demoted, but returns to just being the tight ends coach. It was announced in that press conference that Holgerson will handle the play calling. Liked what he saw in the first week of practice, decided there's enough tools here in the shed that I can work with them, mold them, put together a winning football team. He's got three chances for one win. So
I am blown away by this. I'm just blown away that something like this can happen.
It's a brand new era of college football. This never would have happened prior to this year.
Never.
So
never. I mean, with the rules of the analysts changing in May that they can now coach, it just opened up, so much. Because Tim was talking about how USC actually just got fined $50,000 because they had like 15 analysts coaching also in 2022.
Yeah, things that are okay now that weren't okay then.
It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, it's also why they retroactively reinstated Reggie Bush's Heisman. When the rules change, you kind of go back and I'm not usually a fan of looking through history through the lens of the 21st century. But when you look at what Reggie Bush did on the field, and I'm not here to, phenomenal athlete. I'll say this, phenomenal college football player. Didn't have quite the career I think many expected he would have in the pros. But a lot, he was on the Saints too, so it is what it is. But you have the ability to go back and fix some of these things again with the rule changes. So, it didn't affect me that they handed it back to him. It didn't. I wasn't displeased when they took it away. I was like, get your hand caught in the cookie jar or whatever. And they gave it back. I think they set things right. But, now we have the ability to essentially, I don't want to say that Dana Holgerson is a guy off the street, but he was not coaching football 2 weeks ago, and here he is. Now he is the offensive coordinator for the University of Nebraska, which, say what you want about the last 20-ish years, but they are still a top tier name in college football.
They are. They absolutely are. And I think it's really amazing that we get to, I'm really excited because Rhule is the first one to do something like this. From here forward, it's going to happen a lot.
I think so.
What he's doing is making it just so important that showing the importance and urgency of this win. And thank you for highlighting that.
That's what I do. Living in Omaha, David Matney, the official realtor of the 5 Heart Podcast, says, Minnie?
We are in the world of instant gratification. You need to win now.
Absolutely right. And Raji doubles down facts on that. We are, and Rhule knows that. And I don't think he made these changes lightly. I'm sure, but everything that, I listened to the press conference on Monday and everything that he said, whether it was true or not, I'm sure, there's, I don't want to say little hurt feelings or something like that, but he said, hey, Satterfield said to Holgerson, what do you need? The other coaches said, what do you need to feel comfortable, to, learn our lingo, learn our verbiage, learn our way of doing things, to, toss all that and do what works, do what wins. So I think Rhule, I don't want to say, I don't think it's a desperate play. And I want to be very clear about that. I think it's a smart play. I don't think it's a move that reeks of desperation. I think it's a move that says, we mean business. We're here to win, and we're going to bring in some of the top talent on the coaching staff to help accomplish that goal.
And Fred Sacco, who was in Lincoln today, says on O Street, that's where he was, with the Holgerson hire, it doesn't smell like horizontal leadership, Jacquard Noir, and sex anymore. I don't remember that scent. Do you? Did it smell like that to you?
If I'm 100% honest, I don't know if I've ever smelled Jacquard Noir.
Oh, really?
I grew up. I grew up in high school, for me, it was the late 90s. It was like when Axe body spray was more prevalent. So like after gym class, guys were spraying that more than Dracar Noir.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, I feel like the 90s, that's when it was popular.
Oh, I'm sure, but maybe not with high school kids. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe not high school kids in my area. I'm from the country. We didn't have no Dracar Noir, ma'am.
Right. Okay.
So.
Or the sun.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, the sun. Yeah. Wait, I saw the sun yesterday. It was fine.
Okay. Sure.
Fred says Frost is my age. All the dipshits wore it back then. So. And I think it's important to know that Fred's quite a few years older than me. And by that, I mean at least a couple.
Okay.
So, yeah, I agree. Living in Omaha, David Matney, the official realtor of the 5 Heart Podcast. I give Rhule credit for doing what needed to be done instead of dragging out the inevitable. He made a change in season, a drastic change in season, rather than limping to the, godforsaken, 5-7 season again and waiting to the offseason to make all these changes. Again, the immediacy, he understands the hunger that this fan base has to get to a bowl game. 3 chances. 1 win. Make it happen.
Okay, so Carl Pence says, Greg, it's not true that the Huskers firing an offensive coordinator before the end of the season is new. Scott Frost did exactly the same thing with 2 games remaining in 2021. Yes, but hiring somebody from the outside who's never called a play before is brand spanking new.
And again, Holgerson is not his first foray into.
No, I mean from the outside.
Right. Yeah. Who bringing in someone new to call it. I think, Carl, you're not wrong. I just want to be very clear, and Minnie's right. I want to make the new part, the unprecedented part, is essentially hiring an offensive coordinator in the 12th week of the season or 11th, whatever it is. I mean, I know they've played 9 games, but you know what I mean. So that's what I'm trying to say. So and T-Bones is right. This is not going to be the last time that this ever happens. You're going to find teams who are kind of on that edge of taking it to the next level in the last month, maybe last 6 weeks of the season, when they see we're not quite there, but we have potential. You're going to see, I think, a lot more of these, a lot more schools, a lot more teams start to do this.
Oh my God.
Great question, or great point here from Fred Sacco. If Aaron Keene was here, he'd get that one. Aaron messaged me or emailed me earlier this week, and he sent me his prediction. But he said tonight he is at a concert. Oh. And I said, he said, I have a concert on Thursday, so I won't get to my prediction. So I want to get my prediction in now. And he sent it to me. I'll share it at the end of the show. I said, oh, cool. What bands? And he said King Diamond and Overkill. And I said, I don't know those bands. And he said, probably not your style. So
King Diamond. I've never even heard of these guys.
I am the only King Diamond I know is Diamond Dave.
Diamond Dave. Yes. King Diamond? Is it what is it? Thrasher music? It sounds. I'm just curious.
I didn't even Google it. It's Danish musician. Oh, it's like a horror goth type, I would say.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Speaking of Danish
folks.
Well, that's who this guy is.
Are you talking about the pastry? Oh.
Holgerson.
Is he? Is that really Danish?
Well, I assume so because of his last name.
Could be Swedish, could be Finnish, could be Norse, Norway. Could be, let's just say Baltic. Baltic. How's that?
Okay. All right. I think it is Danish. But this graphic that we spent so much time on last week is actually going to be useful for the next 3 games.
That's true. because we'll see if he can eclipse any of these numbers in throughout the next 3 games.
Wouldn't that be amazing? I'm staring at these numbers going, there's absolutely no way in my lifetime I could ever see these numbers for Nebraska Husker. That's what I keep telling myself in the back of my mind. But then I'm like, wait a minute, it's possible. Because we have the guy here who's done it before.
Yes. Sacco. Fred says he's Danish. Brett Bielema tried to eat him at a coaches conference years ago.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, that tickled me. Now, here's an interesting thing. I'm going to throw this up from Cam Duncan. Cam joining us on YouTube tonight. The difference is Dana's stats are in conferences that aren't the Big Ten, which allowed numbers like that. Those numbers are not going to happen in the Big Ten.
True. There were the Big 12.
Big 12.
Missouri Valley, right?
No.
What's West Virginia?
West Virginia was Big 12. I'm trying to think of what Houston was in before. I want to say it was the American Conference, something like that.
Oh, yeah. Or maybe.
Now, of course, they're in the Big 12, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Texas.
Fair point, Cam. That's not something we really touched on last week, but yeah, Kaylee, those Texas Tech numbers bolstered by Graham Harrell and Michael Crabtree. But I'll say this. He had players, and I think, Nebraska has players. Heinrich Harburg, right? Some other quarterback. I can't remember. I couldn't resist. I apologize. I think
we have players.
We
do have players. Do you want to see?
Yes, let's take a look at some stats. I think it'd be great to look at some stats. Do I need my?
Can you read it? Really? Is it that hard? Is it that hard to read? Can you guys read this? I tried my hardest to get it bigger.
So I don't know how big your computer screen is. I'm going to go full screen. So if there's something relevant in the comments, I'm going to rely on you. Now I can read it. So we have Nebraska and Southern Carolina, Southern California comparisons so far to this point. I at least like that we're comparable in penalties. We are 16th in the Big Ten. They're 13th in the Big Ten in penalties. We are 9th.
Something to brag about.
We're tied for turnovers gained, and we're a little ahead in turnovers lost. That does make me feel a little bit better. We're actually even on the turnover margin. That was obviously the Indiana game skewed that one because we were rolling ahead of that. I mean, yeah, they have a pretty decent passing offense. They're top 5 scoring offense in the Big Ten. Third down defense is good. Their third down offense is, top 4. Yep. The thing where we need to, and I think this is where Dana Holgerson is going to shine, is the red zone offense, the third down offense. And I really think I don't think he's going to put all his eggs in the air raid, traditional air raid passing game. I think it's going to be relatively balanced. I think I heard earlier this week someone speculating like 65-35 pass run. I still think we're looking closer to 50-50.
Nope. Sorry. I don't know what I just did. Sorry. I don't know. I'm so sorry.
There were stats I was looking at. I don't know what happened. There. Is that better? Are we better?
No, this is not the one. This is the one. It's
there.
Oh my gosh.
Lord. I think as far as our offensive attack, I think it's still going to be pretty balanced. I'm going to say like 55-45. And I think, honestly, this is going to make a lot of you happy. Some of you upset. I still think we need to run the ball more. I don't think we're running consistently enough. And at the same time, we need to run, and we've been harping about this for weeks over in the overreaction. We need to run more creatively. And maybe in the last couple of weeks, Holgersen's been able to flip through the playbook, find some things, get some pre-snap motion, get some pulling guards, get some counters and some traps, and hopefully allow Emmett Johnson, Ramir Johnson, if he's healthy, Dante Dowdell. Yes, thank you, Melissa. Great volleyball update. They are up 2-1 at intermission. The number 2 team against, I believe, number 10, Minnesota. Now, this is important. Sidebar. This is for the $5 and Bits of Broken Chair trophy that traditionally goes to the winner of the football game. But since Nebraska and Minnesota are not playing football this year, they're settling this one on the volleyball court. And then next year will be up for grabs in the football field once again. So, little sidebar there. Let's keep rolling, Husker ladies. And I still think.
Can I get this stat down? Because people can't read it anyways. The only one who can is Rostovsky, who has been bragging about his 65-inch TV. 2 of them right next to each other.
Kaylee, why are there 94 halfback screenplays? Fair question. Wish we had the answer. That's a great question. And hopefully we thin those out again. I think the screen needs to be used more sparingly. Obviously, I think we all do. I think we're all tired of seeing the bubble screens. And let's, we need to run the ball more. And I know that's going to appear counterintuitive, but you run to open up the pass. It doesn't usually work the other way around.
Okay. Thank you very much for going through that, Greg, for us. One of the stats that I thought was really interesting, probably not very interesting, but, I always find it, I find it interesting whenever we happen to be like 100th in something and we're playing somebody else who is like 101 something because it means we both suck at something, right?
Yes. What do we both suck at this week?
Punt returns.
I thought they had a good return. Maybe the kick return.
You want to see it again? Oh, you got to remove that.
Oh, damn.
Okay, you got it. That's what it says.
All right.
Right?
Yep.
We're actually.
But they have very good punter,
16.
apparently.
They do. They do. Tim told us about that. So I'm just curious, who's going to outdo who?
I'm pumped. I'm super excited. I missed Nebraska football last week, as I'm sure we all did.
Yeah. It was hard to get through the week without any Nebraska football to watch. However, we had all this other stuff going on.
Yeah,
I mean, that was a big week for us.
I made that point on the overreaction. I said, hey, there might not have been a game, but it definitely wasn't a boring week. We added Holgerson, we added Phil, and it's things are buzzing in Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hell of a time to be alive. It's a great time to be a Cornhusker fan.
It is, so long as we get that elusive 6th win. Do
you believe?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm really, really, really excited.
Carl Penn says to me specifically, Holgerson needs to put Satterfield's playbook in the shredder. I don't think that it's the playbook per se that was the problem. I think it was the play selection and how there just wasn't. I don't want to say there wasn't a lot of thought put into it. It just, there wasn't much of a plan. There didn't seem to be a natural flow to, it's almost like he had in the binder, he was like, all right, what do we do if it's 3rd and moderate? What do we do if it's 3rd and long? And just kind of going to that. And I don't care if it's a team that I'm watching, the team that I I care about Nebraska or the Steelers. If I see a third and anything probably more than 6, and especially when we get into like 3rd and 15 and a screen dialed up, I want to throw the remote through the TV. Like, oh, nothing aggravates me more because they hardly ever work. I think it's all going to be about the flow and the appropriate play calling. So,
where do you think he's going to be? Do you think he's going to be on the sideline, or do you think he's going to be up top?
I was thinking about that because I know Rhule was asked that, I believe, on Monday.
Yeah, and today also.
He was okay.
Yep. And he's not giving anything away.
No.
Like, Rhule is not. Usually, he's like, he just gives out the information. Just he puts it out there. He's not giving anything up. Like, his life depends on it.
One of the things I like about Matt Rhule, especially after the game, is his transparency. He'll take accountability. He doesn't throw anybody under the bus. He's like, buck stops with me, especially after a loss. He said, it's on me. I like the fact that this week he's been a little bit more tight-lipped. He's been, keeping the cards close to his vest. There's nothing wrong with just not spilling your guts in the pregame press conferences. More of that, less of giving everything away. So, that's my take on that. I think Dana's probably going to be upstairs, if I had to guess, so he can watch the entirety of a play develop. That's just my opinion.
Now, usually in most of the offenses that I've seen him run, he's usually on the sidelines. So this will be interesting to see where he is. I'll be looking for him for sure. Now, I want to go back to returning punts because
we never know how to do it.
Can we please? Because
we can.
In Omaha, David Matney says, "You mean we can return punts?" No, I didn't mean that. It's been one of those things where it's like, okay, we always have Isaiah Garcia Castaneda back there, right?
Yes.
And that's his job to be the punt returner, but yet we just catches it.
Sure hands.
And he's back, from his ACL, torn ACL that he had. And wasn't he supposed to be wasn't he a 4-star originally?
I don't know. Originally.
I think he was.
I know that before his injury, he made some really dynamic plays. And I'm actually disappointed that we don't see him lining up more as a wide receiver. But
yeah, we never see him as a wide receiver anymore. So I don't know why he's just labeled as the punt returner, but
I'm going to go with sure hands, and I'm going to knock on wood to say that because I don't want to jinx it ahead of Saturday. I don't want it to be like, oh, muff punt, damn it. Everybody's going to come blaming me, and I don't want that.
That would be true. And then you'd have to shave off both eyebrows.
Not happening.
Okay.
You get one with a win, you get nothing with a loss.
Oh, Rostowski says he was not a 4-star, so 3-star. 3-star?
I'm not even sure that. Didn't he come from like Montana or something?
I felt like he was pretty. Oh no. You just saw that too. Hi, Orson.
Yes. I wonder, should we like let people in on our themes? Like next time we do Hawaiian shirt night or Halloween or something like that. All right.
Yeah.
This is important note, and I know it's not on the format, but it needs to be said now so that people can plan accordingly. 2 weeks from tonight is Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Now, while you may need a reprieve from family, our plan, the 5-heart plan, is to be live on Wednesday, the 27th, the night before Thanksgiving Eve. And we will be I will be, not including Minnie in on this, I will be celebrating Wednesday the way I have traditionally celebrated the Wednesday before Thanksgiving for over a decade. And that is with the shot of wild turkey. I call it turkey before turkey. It's very original, super creative. And I'll be doing a shot of wild turkey here on the show. So when we do What's Greg Drinking Today, I'll be dying a little on the inside because it's my least favorite tradition of all time. But I do it. I uphold the tradition because that's what you do with traditions, whether you like them or not. You uphold them. So I'll be drinking a shot of wild turkey live on our Thanksgiving Eve show. So just want to make sure that little programming note for everybody, be prepared because that show is going to be on Wednesday instead of Thursday, Thanksgiving week.
Will you also dress like a pilgrim?
No.
I'll be an Indian and you could be a pilgrim.
First of all, I think that might be racially insensitive.
Well, no, because I am a Native American Indian, so that I can get away with it. I'm allowed.
This is the closest thing that I have to a pilgrim hat. So I guess I could put the little white band around here. No, that's
okay.
Fred says, who hurt you, Greg? I've been doing turkey before turkey long before I knew John. Like I said, this goes back to like 2009, 2010, something like that. And yes, Tiger Shark Diver, Yingling, and Wild Turkey. I'll tell you all now, I'm not embarrassed to say I don't drink liquor. I'll do my annual shot of Wild Turkey and then I will chase it with Yingling like that. So it'll be all done very quickly at the beginning of the show. And then it's going to be a grab bag of what do we expect from Greg for the rest of the show? We don't know. So just be prepared.
Do you think?
Oh, God.
Oh, gosh.
Stop it, Kaylee. Just stop it. Don't you, how dare you try to ruin my good Yingling, madam.
That's what they do. You must be from Purdue. I am Native American. Yes. I'm actually I have my Indian card. What?
Marianne Roberts says, if I'm not working, I'll take a shot with you in memory of my brother. That was his favorite. I'll raise my toast to your brother. So
I love that. Yes. Now I feel like I want to have a shot for her brother too.
Well,
but you guys don't want to see me with shots ever.
You know, every time Nebraska scores, I get a message from BFOTS Josh Hansen, who did arrive at some point earlier. I'm late. Miami Vice #1 news show. Great. You know what? That is a great Euro trip reference. I'm going to give you 10 points. Whoever's keeping score at home, plus 10 to Josh Hansen. But when Nebraska scores, he just all caps shots is what he sends me. So
nice.
Marianne Roberts, I hope that you're free that evening so you can join us. That
would be wonderful.
Tip our cap and raise our glass to your brother. So
yes.
All right.
I'm sure.
Okay.
This is such an Orson thing to say. Father's mistress line. Oh Lord.
Orson,
I don't even want to know. Oh gosh. Okay.
All right, where are we at on this here show? Because I feel like we haven't gotten that far. Yes.
Because
Is it my fault?
I have this. No, I have, guys. This has been the worst day of preparation for me, and I have to apologize to you.
No. Let me. Can I? I'm going to stop you right there.
Okay.
You told me yesterday or earlier today I might be late because my daughter has a concert tonight for school and for her band. I said, that's fantastic. I mean, you were on time, which is great. But again, this is a family first podcast. We don't always talk like it's a family first, but I sometimes have work or have something with my kids. This would be the first time, honestly, that you had a child related commitment that may have had to take precedence. So the fact that you were running around making sure that your daughter had everything she needed, no apologies necessary, no explanation necessary. You're good in my book.
Okay. Thank you. So I mean, I have some very cool images, I think. And this is one of them. Oh, we have to take this down again.
I got it.
Okay. So I was looking up who the heck is this Dana Holgerson? And what?
Josh says, many went through many preparations for this show. Preparation A through G were all failures, but I think the whole preparation H, but on the whole, preparation H feels good.
Mm-hmm.
That is a
thank you very much, Josh Hansen.
Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery reference. See, I'm not the only one bringing the pop culture ones. So.
Well, I just find it very interesting that of all the weeks that Dana Holgerson comes on our staff, it's the same week where we play somebody from the How Mom / Mike Leach coaching tree. Don't you?
Yes. Yes,
And they
the How
both-
Mom coaching tree is there.
They both have been baptized in this. And, you know, even though the air raid offense is not really something that is done anymore, I mean, there's still things that they take from it and use. Very offensively minded coaches. So this is just, to me, this is like a subplot to the game. You know, there's the drama of the game. And if we get our 6th win and we're all going to California and, you know, hopefully I'll get to meet a lot of people there, Husker fans, but, you know, I'm bringing my family. And then now we have this. This is like, I love the juiciness of it.
You titled the show, or, you know, on the graphic, etc., California Dreamin', Mamas and the Papas. Right?
Yes.
And then
one
you
of my
mentioned,
favorite songs. Actually, probably, if I had to choose a favorite song, that might be it.
And then you just mentioned a Led Zeppelin song, Going to California.
Oh my gosh. I love Led Zeppelin too.
And I feel like there's a...
Can we just talk in song lyrics for the rest of the show?
No.
You can. That's like your expertise.
I may be able to. Mr. Rostovsky says, how many podcasts are teaching American history and quoting Austin Powers in the same week?
Yeah. Exactly.
Not too many. We're a special breed of podcast, Aaron. Special. Emphasis on special.
Okay. Well, what do you think about the coaching tree? Do you think that we're going to see similarities on Saturday?
I don't know. Honestly, I haven't watched any USC football. I know, shame on me. I got things to do. But
I'm not surprised.
I wouldn't be. I just think that, I mean, Lincoln Riley's known primarily for his offense, but his defense has been better this year. I mean, I know they made a big change at defensive coordinator in the offseason. So defense at SC is better. And I still, you know, I like our defense. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to see from the offense this year. As far as, again, I have my beliefs. I believe it's going to be about 55% pass, 45% run. I'm very interested to see how close that is, you know, statistically.
I think it's going to be reversed.
You think we're going to run 55% of the time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I do. I absolutely do.
I'm very interested to see what Holgerson installs, if anything, or what? I mean, he's not going to install, but what changes just the flow of the game, the way the offense is called? I don't think we're going to see any big personnel shakeups offensively. Just want to see. I'm just very curious. Similarities. I'm sure we might say, oh, I don't know. I'm going to kind of pause on any major similarities. I just think it's going to be more, they're going to do their SC thing and we're going to do our Nebraska thing. And after 60 minutes, we better be up.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and show one more stat if that's okay. And this one's you guys can read.
Yes, I can totally read that.
Look at that. Look at that.
USC stat leaders.
Mm-hmm.
Miller Moss, despite the fact that he has 18 touchdowns, he's out. Not only he's not starting, he's in the transfer portal. Miller Moss is gone.
No.
He
That's a
entered the
rumor.
transfer portal. I thought he entered the transfer portal.
We cleared it up on Monday.
No, I didn't.
Since you don't listen, somebody put it out there. I know.
And everybody ran with it. Everybody ran with it nationally.
We did. We're like, oh my God.
Is Jaden's last name, am I pronouncing it right? Maeva?
Yeah, that's how you say it. So he's I don't know why they would have ever given us the heads up last week. That to me doesn't make any sense. Why would you put it out there so that we know you're not starting Miller Moss, so that we know to prepare for another quarterback? That doesn't make any sense. Greg?
Mm-hmm.
What?
I'm just waiting for you to react to Fred's comment.
Okay. Did you hear the question I asked?
I did. Why would you put that information out there? Why would you say that, quarterback A in this case, or quarterback Jaden is the starter, not Miller Moss? I don't know. Maybe you think that I honestly don't know why information like that is shared. Again, now I'll say this to, if you're Lincoln Riley, you're like, okay, he's played in one game or whatever it is. I mean, for the season, he's 8 of 11 for 66 yards. And, that's not terribly impressive. So we're like, they don't have a whole lot of film on him. Maybe the impact that he has had is so, I don't know. I don't want to say minimal, but we have plenty of film on Miller Moss. We don't have really any film on Jaden Maeva. So in that regard, maybe like, what the hell's the matter? Who cares if they know? It's not like it's, I don't know. I think from a preparatory standpoint, there's not a ton there.
Mm-hmm.
Makes
You're
sense?
right. But he came from UNLV. There's a lot of film on him there. So yeah, I'm confused as to why you would ever even put it out there. And then, okay, Carl Pence back here again with this. Carl, I appreciate all of your comments, and I just like to pick on you every once in a while. He says, coming from a successful coaching tree doesn't automatically equal success for an individual coach. For example, he has examples. Maybe he should take over as the co-host. I like that he has examples. For example, Frost came from Coach Osborne's coaching tree, but Frost failed miserably at UNL as head coach. Yeah, miserably. But also, Carl, he wasn't ever an assistant coach. Right? I mean,
I mean, who, Frost?
grad assistants. Yeah. Not at Nebraska.
Wasn't he no, but he was like the offensive coordinator or something at Oregon.
Yeah, but not under Coach Osborne.
I see what you're saying.
I feel like you have to serve.
So you think that a coaching tree is different from like learning under them as a player?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, he also coached under Bill Parcells. I don't want to say Belichick, but like that was one of the things that I think we thought, and I'm not trying to poke holes in your theory, but Scott Frost's coaching tree is more than just Tom Osborne.
Okay. True. Who was the most significant influence on him, do you think?
Oh, probably Osborne. If not Osborne, then I'd probably say Bill Parcells. Oh, here you go. Gargamel. Frost is from the Bill Snyder coaching tree.
I don't even know who Bill Snyder is. What? I'm sorry. Why should I know him?
He was at Kansas State for 100 years.
Well, I mean, think about it. Is he still?
Frost coached under Tony Dungy, Bill Parcells, Snyder, and more.
Okay, so
Bill Walsh also when he played at Stanford. So I don't.
Yeah, that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
I'll just say this. I agree with the original premise is that the coaching tree doesn't necessarily automatically equate to success yourself. Otherwise, we'd have a whole host of legendary coaches from the various legends that all coaches coached under.
I kind of feel like maybe that is a sign right there. Scott Frost, you can't name one person, one coach that he was continuously with, that he really got to like absorb all of their coaching habits, coaching beliefs, and was also, nobody's more of a significant figure in college football, in my mind anyways, than Mike Leach.
Okay. Interesting.
Or Tom Osborne, obviously, but he didn't coach under him. He just was a grad assistant. I'm just wondering because Dana Holgerson was with Mike Leach for years and years and years and years. Like multiple stops. So I just think that maybe that could be more of a significance.
I don't know how we got talking about Scott Frost in the first place. Scott Frost is the past. Matt Rhule, Dana Holgerson, they're the now. And there was a question up above. I hope I started. Here you go. Blake asks, talking point for the show. Matt Rhule is going against Lincoln Riley again. What's the past results of Rhule versus Riley? Not great. Riley and Oklahoma went 4-0 against Matt Rhule's Baylor teams from 2017 to 2019, including a win in the Big 12 championship in December of 2019 when both teams were in the top 10.
Okay.
But Nebraska's also never beaten USC. So by that logic, we shouldn't even play the game. You have to play the game.
Okay. I have to address this. Fred Sacco, he says, by Minnie's coaching tree rule, Satterfield should be amazing because he coached under Rhule since forever. But here's the difference. Right there. Satterfield does not have that. So we have like one of the best coaches ever in college football, Mike Leach, Helmum, and we also have these stats that show what he's done. So I'm just saying don't shoot the messenger. Okay.
I appreciate your optimism.
Thank you.
And honestly, I'm excited. I truly am excited for Saturday. So let's take a quick look at. We already know. We've kind of talked about Dylan and his. We expect that he will play. It hasn't been stated whether or not he'll start, but we've been told he'll play. So what's going to be the key to stopping the Trojans?
Stop the run.
Stop the run.
How'd I do on my notes there? I didn't finish my thought. I had stats I was going to plug in here, and I'll tell you what happened. Okay. I ordered my daughter, Shelby, my middle child. She plays cello for the orchestra. Yes, at her school. And I ordered her a shirt from the band, and I ordered her an adult small because that's what I would probably wear. And she's about the same size as me. And it came in and it was like gigantic. Okay. Like a dress. So she's like, I can't wear this, Mommy. Not like this. So I had to take it all in and basically tailor a polo t-shirt to her. So that's what happened there. Why I didn't finish my thought.
Well, all good. All
I got
good.
pulled away.
Hey, again,
sorry.
Family first. I know somebody said it in here. I think it was Mr. Matney that said family always first. We'd be fine. We'd carry on for a week. Family first, I think is what we're trying to say.
Yeah. So
I'm trying to figure out in end of March. Talk about putting the cart before the horse, but I'm and I'm wearing it. Sometime at the end of March, I may be going on a little vacation. I might try to take my laptop and my rig with me on said little vacation to continue doing the show. We'll play that one by ear.
In March.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might be taking this shirt with me. It's going to be tropical.
Well,
we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So
okay.
All right. What else do we have, Minnie? It's not 11 o'clock, so I know the show's got to continue. I got more beer to drink.
No, Greg, I got to pack still. Okay, here's what I have. On Saturday, I am getting to the stadium as early as possible.
Okay.
I'm getting all of my crew together and dragging them, kicking and screaming. No, they'll be so excited to go and check out the campus, check out, the Coliseum. I want to just get in there and see everything, and then maybe go to some tailgates too. And Todd Wolverton will be there, so yes. I'm hoping to meet up with him. I will also be taking some live videos for YouTube. Yes. So
awesome. So again, make sure that you subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. I see it.
Fred. You know what I started to work on was since we didn't have any press conferences that I wanted to draw from for inspiration this week, I was going to have Greg do his best Pauly Shore impersonation.
No. That's okay.
Why? Do you know who Pauly Shore is?
I know who Pauly Shore is, but I couldn't properly do a Pauly Shore impersonation.
Oh, then I could be a Valley girl. That would be so fun. Okay. No. Okay. Well, we're not doing that. We could be
Rostowski says, Fred, all due respect, shut up.
Okay. So can we do let's do
this. Now would be a great time to put your score predictions in. And while you're doing that, I'll hit some of our starred comments from throughout the show. And we go all the way back to 908. Justin Rogers says, Dawson Merritt, y'all, huge grab by the Huskers. Let's see. Brett on X says, so everyone keeps asking the first play called. Minnie, do you think Nebraska's first offensive play, run or pass?
Gosh. Why'd you catch me off guard like this? I have to think about it.
You don't.
I know. I have a 50-50 chance, but I still have to think this through.
I want you to write down our responses to this question so we can review it later. Okay. And Melissa said earlier that Nebraska volleyball won, but I'm just showing that they're in match point. So I don't know if Melissa's living in the future. She said
2. No, we had won 2. And they won 1.
We're about to win number 3.
Okay.
Not on that one. That one's sailed out of bounds. So, all right. Write this down. I'm going to say Nebraska's first offensive play is a pass.
Okay, who's passing?
Dylan. It's probably going to be incomplete.
You jerk. Seriously, why would you even say that? That's like blasphemy on this show. You are not allowed to say things like that.
Nebraska won the final set. They took They took the match 3-1, and it's their 39th straight win at home. The longest streak in program history is 88, and that was from 04 to 09. So, got some work to do to catch up to that. But congratulations to Nebraska volleyball. Again, if Melissa's living in the future, what are the Powerball tickets? So, all right. So again, I say pass. I say incomplete. I don't apologize.
You can't see me, can you?
I can. You have a big foam finger.
That was for the girls.
Oh, of course.
Okay. So you said pass, Dylan. Pass to who? Can we get that specific?
I'm not going to get that specific.
Come on.
Not going to get it out of me.
Tight end?
I was thinking Fedoni. But then I'd have to probably change my, if it's to Fedoni, I think it's a catch. May not be for a first down, because why would they throw it to him, on a seam route where he excels? But if it's Fedoni, it's a catch. If it's somebody else, it's incomplete. Apologies to everyone. So, all right.
That would be interesting. First play pass to HH.
That's Heinrich Harburg.
I know. It just takes so long to say his name. We just shorten it here.
Heinrich. HH Heinrich. It's about the same. Harburg. It's just 2 syllables. All right. So what are you saying? We got to get the show on the road somewhat. Or you know what? No, hell with it.
The big foam finger was for the girls. That's true. It's for my daughters to have at the game. Now you just made it dirty, Fred.
Fred, why you got to ruin everything with your humor and your entertainment?
Okay. I'm going to say pass.
Okay.
And I'm going to say Jamal Banks.
Complete or incomplete?
Duh. Complete. I'm not like you.
Let's not. Yeah, you don't want to be realistic. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is Jamal going to get separation? I don't know.
All right. So I've been highlighting the scores.
Good.
So this is USC. Everybody get your score prediction in, and I'm writing them down. And, oh, I need to know, did Justin Raji get his sticker?
I don't know. You'll have to ask him.
Yeah.
Raji, did you get your sticker? That's what we want to know. All right. Portal. Easy for me to say. Portal of Wisdom. In a response to Aaron, that would be awesome. I'm sure a win at USC would also help bring those recruits in. Don't know what Aaron said, but we'll go with it. Gargamel 91 says Holgerson drinks Yingling. That's something that myself and the new offensive coordinator have in common. We could change this the segment or the bumper to what are Greg and Dana drinking today? What are Greg and Dana drinking today? It's Yingling.
That would be pretty good.
He'd have to be on the show, though. So,
okay. We'll work on that.
Fred says, with Holgerson as OC, are we renaming the chat? If so, I vote for the Holger Maniacs.
Holger Maniacs. Come on. That is classic. I like that.
It's a shade off of Hulkamaniacs.
I know.
Are you familiar with what a Hulkamaniac is? What's a Hulkamaniac?
And Fred is one of them.
Fair.
The Hulk Hogan.
Okay, just making sure. Making sure. There, in the 80s, there were two camps. There were the Hulkamaniac fans, and then there were like the Macho Man Randy Savage fans. So, for my money,
what are you?
I'm a Savage fan.
I knew it. That's why you're not. That's why you don't like that. That's why.
I'm not anti-Holger.
I don't have any power on this show, as you can tell, because I'm voting for it, and you're like, no. If you were like, yeah, and I was like, no, it was still it would happen.
I'm just saying, I don't. It doesn't. Nothing quite rolls off the tongue like Chatterfield. But if
Maniacs is pretty freaking awesome.
If it's 2-1, two to one, I suppose I'll take the L.
Okay.
And the
Mahachko
Maniacs.
I love this. It's Mahachko madness. Dig it.
Yeah. The cream rises to the top. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. T-Bone says if HH is not starting, he then needs to be utilized other ways more often. I would agree. Fullback, something like that. Yes, you said aw, but I don't know why.
Okay, because he says he hasn't gotten it yet, but it should be there today by 6. So
okay,
I have to look into that.
Let's see. Living in Omaha, David Matney, the official realtor of the 5 Heart Podcast, says, do you think there was any pressure from Dylan's family to make the change? I think a child of mine just fell out of a bed.
Huh?
I don't hear any crying, but I heard a thud. It's fine. It's fine. This is me not worrying about it.
Oh my gosh.
It's fine. Happens probably all the time.
Okay. That made my heart like stop. Are you sure? Do you need to go check on him?
No, I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
Do you think there was any pressure?
Oh, no, I don't.
I don't think so. I don't think there was any because pressure in that form, like you don't make a change, we're out of here after the season. That kind of becomes extortion. I don't know how legal that is in college football anymore because I don't know what all the rules. It just seems unlikely, we'll say.
Well, I just think that with Dylan's there all the time. His sister's there every day, working there every day. His uncle is there also. I feel like, they know where Rhule is trying to head this thing. And so, no, I don't think that there's any pressure because, Rhule's doing the best he can with what we have. And to make a change like this in mid-season, I mean, it's thinking outside of the box. It's just impressive. I'm way impressed. To me, he's earned his salary. That is just impressive.
Rostovsky says Holger comes from the Old Norse words Holm and Ger, gear, meaning island and spear. Most common among Danes. You nailed it. That's you. Also,
must be all that the Viking shows that I've watched.
Have you watched a lot of Viking shows?
I have. I like the Viking shows. I love
the
them,
last time we
actually.
had a spear in Lincoln, it was the House of Spears in Dominican Sioux. So worked out pretty well at that time. And we'll see if the island of Spears can help bring Nebraska back. Bring the fight back to Nebraska. I don't know where to go with that. Apologies. Orson was here to say, come on, Nebraska. Rostovsky says IGC was a 2-star JUCO wide receiver.
Oh my gosh. Why was I thinking he was,
I don't know,
like a big get for us? Wasn't he supposed to like do some amazing things? Really? Is that what he was? Just doesn't seem right.
I mean, he had that circus catch against Northwestern Ireland, which is the only good thing to come from that game. He had the first touchdown of the season that year. I think across all college football, because I think that week 0 game that started that in Ireland was the season kickoff, Nebraska Northwestern. I think that was the first touchdown of the year. Someone's going to fact check me on that. I don't care if I'm wrong. Just go with it.
Okay, I got to throw this up here because it has been driving me crazy because you have no idea how many times I have typed in Dana Holgerson and my first, like my brain just keeps telling me HOLGERSON. And so I know, in fact, I put it in the description. So that's how messed up I am. So Josh says, my name is also Danish, but I've never met Dana for the record, which makes sense because look at his last name. He also has an EN instead of an ON. So now we know if it's an EN, they're probably Danish.
Or if it's cherry-filled, it's probably Danish. Sorry. Rostovsky says 5 Heart Podcast gets canceled the day before Thanksgiving. Because of the shot of wild turkey that I'm going to do. I don't know about wild tequila.
No, because I'm dressing up like an Indian and you're going to be a pilgrim.
Allegedly. I'm going to be a pilgrim with a mullet. So.
All right.
Orson asked the 1002, do y'all think college football is just turning into the NFL?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
There's an obscene amount of money flowing into the game.
But it's way better. And I'll tell you why, Orson. Because we take these kids out of high school and they're just young guys who are building their bodies still. And the people that they're going to become. So it's so neat to watch them kind of become that man, before they go off into the NFL. That's what I like about it. What do you think?
Yep. I just like, my NFL team doesn't have cheerleaders, but my college team does. So, yay, college football. No, that's not the reason at all. There's something.
Oh my gosh. Carl Pence is right too.
I haven't seen that yet. So there's just something truly communal. Like, look, I didn't go to the University of Nebraska. You didn't go to the University of Nebraska. Somehow, and I would venture to say that most of the people in the chat or most people who are watching or listening to this did not go. They're not graduates of the University of Nebraska Lincoln. But especially in Nebraska, it is a communal experience. It is either must-see TV or it is must listen to the radio, where for most of the population, probably they stop what they're doing. And you don't always find that. Like, I didn't even find that when the Rams were in St. Louis and they were, winning championships and the greatest show on turf. It's different, I think. And I think largely because college sports, NFL emanates out of the largest cities in the country. And college sports don't. Lincoln's not the largest city. Champaign, Ann Arbor, Columbus, Ohio, Bloomington, Indiana, Tuscaloosa, Boulder, Colorado, that godforsaken hellhole, Manhattan, Kansas. These are not the major metropolitan areas in the country. So the fact that you're still getting 60, 70, 90, 100,000 people descending on these college towns every weekend that there's a home game, it's more special than getting 80,000 people to New York City. You know how many people live in New York City? Hell of a lot more than 80,000. The fact that Memorial Stadium, and I love this statistic, in Memorial Stadium on College game day is the third largest city in Nebraska. It's the third largest population center in the state of Nebraska. That is insane.
It is.
There is such a fever for this brand, for this on-field product, that for that reason, I think that college sports will always, especially for us, right, will always carry a greater passion than the NFL. My allegiance has changed. Like, I used to be this much devoted to the Steelers and like this much to the Huskers, and then like through podcasting, through the community that I've made, over the years, my fandom for Nebraska far exceeds my Steelers fandom right now. So
really,
yeah,
wow, that says a lot.
I watch the Huskers every week.
Uh-huh.
I watch the Steelers kind of sometimes if they're on and I can catch it. I don't have NFL Sunday ticket, but I make it a point to sit down and watch every Nebraska game. And that's the team that I'm trying to instill the love and the passion for, my boys. And the Steelers too, if they come along with it. But the Huskers are number one for me.
Okay. Well, I think that's really cool. I wish, Greg, you had a message to all the Steelers fans out there and let them know how much better it is over here in Nebraska. Yeah. Come on over. We don't bite.
There's a reason
the water feels fine. Come on in.
You know why it's called Steeler Nation, right?
Why?
Because when the steel factory started shutting down and all these Western Pennsylvania families had to move, they took their Steeler fandom with them across the nation, and it grew and it blossomed. So there's only Steeler Nation.
Well, that's why my dad ended up in Prescott. I didn't know that.
There you go.
From Pittsburgh. Okay. Should we take some comments predictions?
We have more starred comments we got to get to.
Okay.
And this one's about football. And it comes from BFOTS Josh Hansen. Can we please get some Carter and Fedoni on slant routes or across the fucking middle at speed instead of out wide? Our mesh with the tight end clearing out the middle, so Barney or Nelson something. Probably freeing up. I would love to see more Carter Nelson at this point because he has been, I feel like we haven't seen him in months.
I don't think we're going to see him.
I know he's special teams, that, but yeah.
I think you're going to have to wait a few months.
We don't have a few months to wait. You mean like next year?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Stop wheezing the Yingling. Fred says
no. Back up.
What?
Stop wheezing the Yingling.
Yeah.
You can't say it like that.
I can't because I don't have a Pauly Shore voice.
Oh, come on. Just, okay. Turn off your mic and try it 1 second and then go for it. You can do it. Come on, Greg. You can do it, Greg.
Do you know how long it's been?
Greg.
Do you know how long it's been since I saw a Pauly Shore movie? Like, I can't hear his voice in my head.
The wheeze.
You do it. You read it.
No. You can do it. Come on. So mad at me.
I cannot hear his voice in my ears. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Stop wheezing the Yingling.
See if I can find a quick clip to listen to so that I can.
Fred says there's no 5 Heart Theater, so we need this, Greg. Okay, Greg.
I'm trying to find it.
Seriously, it's not that hard. This is probably one of the best accents I've ever had you do.
Yeah, but it's very recognizable. So when I mess it up, and I will mess it up, people will be like, that's the drizzling shits.
It doesn't matter. It's just us. Come on. Have fun.
It's just us. You, me, and 473 of our closest friends.
Yeah.
I'll
do a Valley Girl accent if you want.
You first.
Which one?
How many Valley Girl accents?
Every accent I have turns into an Italian.
Oh, jeez.
slash Mexican accent.
I need to drink my Yingling before I stop wheezing the Yingling. I feel like so weird. I can't do it.
Gosh, I just can't believe I stumped you on this.
Sorry. Stop wheezing the Yingling. I don't know.
That was so bad.
No, I'm telling you. All right.
Weasel, what are you doing over there? Like, he does everything like a like.
I cannot hear that cadence in my ear at all. I'm sorry. I mean, like Pauly Shore version. I do have the trailer for Son-in-Law pulled up. I was gonna try it, but
okay. Well, while you do that, because there's other comments that you could do in Pauly Shore's accent.
Oh, great.
I'm going to go through a couple of comments while you were listening.
Fred says, Jamal Banks, isn't that mini screensaver?
Yes, he is. Just kidding. No, Fred, of course not. That's just weird that you would think that. It's Dylan.
Well, I know you. She admitted. You know, you have $3. Like, no, it's Dylan. Melissa says Sting was the best. And you know what? I'm a big Sting fan. Big Sting fan. Now, Minnie, the question to you is, are we talking about Sting, like Sting and the Police, Sting the musician, or Sting the wrestler?
Well, since it's out of the clear blue, we were talking about wrestling. I'm guessing it was the wrestler.
That's right.
Never even knew there was a wrestler named Sting.
Oh, you missed out on some great feuds of the 90s, late 80s, early 90s.
I do know that there is a Greg Valentine wrestler. And we have him with us tonight.
I don't have a Greg Valentine voice either. I'm sorry then. Probably something like, okay. Hey, I'm gonna beat you up.
I doubt it. No, it probably sounds a little more, but you do have his wig.
That's right. His official autographed on the inside wig. Made in China.
Greg, come on, put it on.
I'm not gonna put it on.
Okay. Gosh, you are just not playing along tonight. I guess I have to type it out on the notes for you to play along. Okay.
That's right. All right, let's see here. Portal of Wisdom said, I'm a UNL grad, a class of 97, 3 national titles during my time there. It was the pinnacle. Wouldn't trade my time there for anything. Oh, because I said that, not all of us are UNL grads. So that's awesome. Yeah, it's a hell of a time to be alive in Lincoln in that time. Fred says to Josh Hansen, yeah, I don't know how long I'll stick with college football is changing and not for the better. Let's pump those brakes, Fred, because we're not doing a Steelers podcast the last I checked. We're doing a Huskers podcast. So if you check out, you're going to miss out on all of this. Is that real? That's the FOMO
shocked.
you don't want?
Fred, you don't really mean that. Come on. You're just saying it. You must be a little miffed because we haven't been to a bowl game in a while, but it's going to happen. Okay.
BFOTS Josh Hansen says college football still has more passion and the games mean more, but they're doing their best to ruin it. It's too much money, man. It's too much money. Kevin says, if someone other than Dylan had a breakout or has a breakout game on offense this Saturday, who is it?
I'm hoping it's Emmett Johnson.
Emmett Johnson would be good.
I'd like to see him just do what he's capable of doing.
Josh says Ja'Cory Barney. I would be happy with anybody as long as at the end of the game we have more points than they do, because then we will not be winless against USC and we will be bowl eligible. I don't care how it happens. Let's just win the damn game.
Let's win it. Okay.
All right. We have 92 comments since the last time I opened up the live. Holy crap.
Okay. Well, I've been... What is this?
I have no idea.
Was it for your sunglasses, I wonder? No, because it was recent.
No, it's I don't know.
Okay.
All right. Let's get to some of our Oh, I'm sorry. Are we doing predictions?
Yeah, predictions. USC predictions.
John Jacobs at 9:14 says Nebraska with Holgerson 73, USC 14. Now he didn't offer a different one, so we're going with that as John Jacobs official.
73.
73.
Wow. I mean, that would. We haven't scored 73 points total all year, have we? Okay. I'm kidding. Of course we have.
I haven't done the math, barely.
Yeah,
BFOT,
probably just barely.
Josh Hansen says 28-10.
Hansen with an EN. Okay.
Diamond Dave just said chilling with the Mahachko.
No, he wants you to do it in
Pauly Shore voice?
The Wisa.
Why is it that you keep going back to like the same two words, like the Wisa? Like,
because that's what he says every other word.
Oh. Chilling with the Mahachko.
Oh, okay. Better. Improvement.
Incremental improvement. That's what we're all about here at coronation.com.
Yes.
Carl Pence says 15-14 Huskers win on 5 field goals.
Carl.
Well, sometimes we do have a kicker. Sometimes.
Carl, really? Really? Are you taking this seriously, Carl? Jeez.
Oh, Melissa says that Lloyd will have a breakout game.
Ooh. Well, that's hoping.
Fred said, take it off, Greg. Then very quickly, put it back on.
What is that? I don't even get it.
Yeah,
why are people wanting you to take something off? Did I miss something?
My incremental improvement could use Bluetooth. That's right. It could use the benefit of fast acting, the chewable tablet, Good. Never mind. Moving on. The Zero said 28-21 Huskers. Blake says, you tell me when you're ready, 27-20 Bug Eaters.
Okay.
Living in Omaha, David Matney, the official realtor of the 5 Hard Podcast, says 28-17 Huskers.
Okay.
Success in Life with Mike. That sounds positive and uplifting. I don't know what the hell they're doing here. Says 24-17 Nebraska. Defense arrives and offense gives us a nice surprise of 3 touchdowns. We run the damn ball and throw more consistently.
Okay.
Now, this next one you have to read, okay?
No.
What do you mean no?
I don't have to. If they're not the Holger maniacs.
Okay, they're the Holger maniacs.
Is it official?
Sure. I won't dispute it anymore. But you have to read it. You have to read it.
I don't even want to. Even with that.
Okay.
I just know that
I'll read
this
it
is
then.
not going to be good. Okay.
Fine. Vince Watson says 21-17 Corn.
Okay.
Will you read this next one?
No.
Then they're not the Holger maniacs.
Okay. What's the next
Gargamel
one?
says 28-24 Huskers. Will you read the next one?
28-24. Okay. I mean, I'm writing.
Yeah, you can read and write at the same time.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't hear it. Can you read it to me, please?
No, because I'm writing.
This is horseshit. Fred says 24-13 Nebraska. Dylan looks poised on moist turf, back and groin okay. Husker Bob says 31-24 Huskers.
Husker Bob. Okay. I kind of like that.
Jason Brown says USC 48, Nebraska 12.
Jason Brown. I mean, really? That is just uncalled for. Okay.
Let's see. Fred says I'm a Holger maniac.
Yes.
BFOTS Josh Hansen says I'm a Chatterfield.
Melissa says Vince took hers, so that must be 21-17, Melissa.
Josh also says if he puts up more than 30, the Chatterfields and Holger maniacs will have a mega powers handshake moment. Ooh, yeah.
Okay. Are we going to divide our chat into Holger maniacs versus the Chatterfields?
Will never happen.
That would actually be kind of fun. Who would win?
It will never happen. We are a united group. All right.
Okay.
If not at the end of this episode, by the beginning of next, we will for sure be one or the other.
Okay.
And we will let Saturday decide.
Fair enough.
Kevin says Nebraska 24, USC 21 in overtime.
Wait. 24 and then 21. Okay. Okay.
Did we get Mr.
And
Raji?
right. Oh, sorry.
That's
Okay. Raji. 31-24. Okay.
Nebraska.
Right now, Vegas has us at what, 9.5 points?
I believe.
Underdogs.
Dogs. Yeah, we're dogs.
All right. Have we done all of them?
We need to review our predictions, and we'll start with the overreaction crew. So Haas originally at the outset of the season had this as a USC win, but flipped it on Sunday and has us as a 21-16 Nebraska victory.
Really?
He does.
Okay. All right.
Jake initially said 41-35 Nebraska. Then we forgot how offense works. Maybe that'll change this week. I don't know. He has 27-21 Nebraska.
That's a huge difference.
Yeah, about cut in half. I gave my prediction on the overreaction. I will reiterate it now. And I say, and I also have this written down, 31-14 Nebraska.
Okay. I had mine written down. Hold on.
I'm going to start that, Josh, and come back to it.
I have. I have no idea where I put it. So.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, I do. It's getting complicated. Okay. Here it is. 24-17.
Nebraska?
What do you think?
Just got to check. And by the way, John, at the beginning of the season, he didn't give a score, but he did say we would lose this game. I don't know if he would change his mind now, but he did say we would lose.
Okay, I think I wrote down John's too.
Oh.
Of course, I have to go back to that page.
See, this is the danger of having more than one sheet of notes.
You're telling me.
Oh, hey, read this one.
Okay, did you guys hear Dylan got a sports drink NIL deal?
Who's it with, Minnie?
I have no idea. Hoist.
See, it can happen.
Okay.
I can splice various sounds together.
Okay. Oh, and I also have Roger Moore's again.
Thank you, Melissa.
20. Okay, so I think John's is 28-17.
Nebraska?
Yeah.
Okay.
28-17.
Melissa laughed at Fred, and Raji says it's now 7.5 points spread on ESPN. So
seriously, that's interesting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it because we think Dylan is healthy, or is it because of
could be the Holgerson effect? Could be both. Maybe they're both worth a point. So
yeah, I think that's great. Okay.
Hopefully on Saturday they're worth more than a point. Oh, and Aaron Keene. Almost forgot this one. 21-17 Nebraska.
Keene. Where is Jason Reeves?
Okay. Dare not ask that question.
And I got Roger Moore's from the other night too.
Good.
Okay. All right.
BFOTS Josh Hansen says everybody hit like.
Roger Moore's was 17-16. Okay.
Ooh, that's close. Before we go, Blake says, special take, Mike Tyson or Jake Paul tomorrow night? Live on Netflix.
Oh, that'll be good. Who do you think?
I mean, you got to go with the baddest man on the planet, right? Even at 60 years old, give me Mike Tyson.
Oh, okay. I like it. Why not?
Read this one.
I had a friend get run over by a Rolls.
What?
Really?
What?
Guys make fun of me.
I don't think we're making fun of you. We've never said a disparaging word against you. All we're trying to do is get you to expand your vocabulary a little bit.
Obviously. Okay. We'll work on that next week if we win.
Okay.
I'll say as many of the OY words as you want if we win. Okay?
Somebody write that down.
I'm the only one here with a pen and paper. Oh, okay.
I mean, I dropped it, but that's more of an indictment on me. BFOTS Josh Hansen says, if we beat the overtime curse, the USC curse, and the bowl curse in one game, I'll take my Husker flag for a shirtless run. And Josh, if you do, you got to get your wife to film that for me. And I may not even upload it on YouTube, but I got to see it. Make it happen, because that's important. That's a momentous occasion. Let's see. We got Tyson in 4. TKO is what Raji says. Josh says Tyson in 2. Rostovsky says Tyson by KO. Would you read this one?
Oh.
Fred says
he's being very creative tonight.
He's always creative. Fred says, if I say Dylan wins, will my opinion be voiced?
Okay. Dylan is going to win. All right.
All right. Kevin says, thank you both for the Husker community building. Brother, that is what we are all about here.
Thank you, Kevin. That is so nice.
I have said this for a long time. I've been doing this podcast for a long time, 2016 to be exact. And look, we're over 400 episodes. I've had multiple different co-hosts since I've been doing this show. And I love this live version of the show. The interaction with all of you, it's tremendous. Minnie's a fantastic co-host because, honest to God, we joke. She said, the format a little incomplete. Things got hectic. Prior to December of last year, or maybe January, when she felt comfortable to start taking over, there never was a format. John and I would jump on here 5 minutes before, and he would say, what are we talking about? I said, hell if I know. And he would laugh. And then we would go live. And that was the show. So this is great that we have some structure. And by the way, one of my favorite pastimes is deviating from the script. Everybody knows that. So, but I am truly grateful for this community that has rallied around, this show and this channel, because a lot of the same people that you see here on Thursday nights, they're also there when we do a live Coronation Overreaction. They're also there on Monday Night Therapy. They're there for Andy and Husker Happy Hour on Tuesday nights. So it truly is a community. We've kind of built, we call it here, we call it the fan family, because we're fans, we're kind of family. It's a fan family. And it's really tremendous. It makes my heart swell with pride for what we have accomplished here. I'm just so pleased. So thank you for recognizing that. Thank you all for joining us here tonight. Minnie, I hope that you and your family have just the safest travels and the very best time this weekend going out.
And anyone else traveling.
Yes.
And anyone else traveling, safe travels to you guys, and let's get a W. Yeah.
I like it. As Brian Toll would say, win the damn game. But as we say when we wrap up every show, I'm Greg Mahochko. That is Minnie Hunt. This is the 5 Heart Podcast, and we remind you each and every week that 5 Heart is all the heart you need. Minnie?
Go big red. Go big red.
Go big red indeed. We'll see you next week on the 5 Heart Podcast. The foam finger.